What to do if no contact is not working? You've been in no contact for weeks and months and you don't see any sign of your ex wanting to change their mind. You feel that if I reach out, I'll come across as needy. In this video, I'm going to explain you what you should be doing in that case. Jingle.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
First of all is ask yourself, why are you going no contact? You have to really revisit your intentions, because for me, no contact is something that helps you to deal with the breakup. Of course, it will have an impact on getting back with your ex, but primarily for me, no contact is how you can create a nurturing environment to deal and process the breakup. That's the first function of the no contact. And so it's very important for you to challenge why it's so hard for you to deal with this situation. No contact is self-centered in the sense that some of my clients, perhaps you're in that case, they have an anxious attachment style, so they feel the need to connect and discuss with their partner, perhaps sometimes not in a very healthy way. And throughout the relationship, maybe they were more selfless. They were thinking about the other's needs versus theirs. You have to shift this. No contact is about forcing yourself to be selfish. And perhaps that's not in your nature, but in this case, that's what will really help you. So really question the intention of the no contact. Of course, in the back of your head, you want to get back with your ex, but the idea is, what have you learned during this phase of no contact? Because if you go no contact and you don't reflect on your attachment, you don't reflect on your behavior, you don't reflect on anything that happened in the relationship, and you keep your ex on a pedestal, it's not going to work. So first of all is to practice self-reflection. Adjust your goals when you're about to, when it's about thinking of getting back with your ex. And be very critical. Reflect on what you want out of the situation. Reflect on what this person can give you. One thing that happens sometimes is that some people are in a state of limerence. Limerence is a psychological state where people put their partner on a pedestal. They're hooked to the idea of the relationship. Often limerence is, we use the term limerence object as we use that person to feed our unmet needs. And so discuss with a friend, a counselor, whoever, someone you trust, on whether you're not hooked to an idea, hooked to just looking or focusing only on the positive traits of your partner, and forgetting that this person is actually not investing in the relationship at this point in time. You're the one watching videos, you're the one trying to know what to do. Right? What are they doing? So really be critical about those things and understand and have a structured way to self-reflect. Another element is, can you let go? And when I say let go, I'm not saying giving up. Letting go is really understand how you can let go of the attachment, let go of how you can detach emotionally from the relationship. You need to understand that every single time, the process that I go through with my clients, there's a breakup and there's a phase of you and only you. You can't process the breakup, you can't heal, you can't learn if you keep attached to that previous relationship. So the way it works, there's the breakup. Of course, there's a phase of wait, you have to learn to let go, and I'm not saying it happens in one day, but after you've let go, you've managed to let go, this is the phase where this is really the cool stuff for me, where you really reflect, where you really assess, where you really grow, when you learn how to be more secure, for instance. And from this point, then yes, you can consider getting back with your ex. From this point, your ex will also see the change, right? So it's important for you to break what we call Cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is basically when you're in touch with someone, when you have the obsession of being with that person, but at the same time, they don't give you this. So at this point in time, you're single. You shouldn't have an internal debate like, what should I send him? What should I do? No, you're single. Your only objective, the only person that matters is you. And so you can use some CBT frameworks to reframe your thoughts. It's something that we discuss a lot on our private calls. We also have a course on that. Elizabeth is amazing for that in terms of explaining CBT, DBT frameworks. It's something you can find in our portal. There's a link in the description to join. It's free for 7 days and you have access to tons of content, videos, worksheets, and live workshops. Breaking the contact. Yes, you can break the contact. If you can't let go, and if it's, because I have like Casey, I had like a question the other day. She was 8 months no contact, and she was telling me, what should I do? If you can't let go, if the idea of getting back with your ex, if you have still some kind of obsessive thoughts about that, I think it's okay to reach out. It's okay to reach out because you don't come across as needy if it's been 8 months. You're just assessing. The idea is what you have to do right now is to gain clarity. So start small and assess. And the idea is to bring your ex where you want that person to be. So you start like really, and I can't go into too much detail on one video because it depends on cases, but it's really about how you bring the conversations to a deeper emotional conversation. But it starts really, really slowly. If at some stage you see that your ex is not following through, is not investing, if you're the only one trying to get him or her to react, well, you can draw your own conclusion. The idea is to gain more clarity. If you've been in no contact for months, ask yourself, do you still want to be like this forever? You might be scared, like, I'm scared of reaching out, but ask yourself the question, why are you scared? What's the risk? What will you lose? What's the worst case scenario? Write it down. If I reach out to them, after her, after 6 months, what's the risk? He would ignore me. He would not reply. But would that change anything to your current situation? No. And if they reply, what's the risk? That they are not changing their mind? At some stage, you have to face the reality. Trust yourself. And remember that maybe it's not going to work, but at least you'll have the answer. At least you'll be able to move forward. I would hate for you to put your life on hold because you're thinking, if I go no contact long enough, holding to this idea that the longer I hold no contact, the better, I will get him back. Life is too short. That person, if he or she doesn't show any interest in your life, that person is not right for you. Remember this. It's not by holding no contact forever that you have a guarantee that it will come back. So force the situation with measure, but gain clarity for yourself and get that closure if you need closure. Remember this. Don't put your life on hold, please. Life is too short. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer.